Clayton Sewell, and this is Mrs. Norris's 6th grade. And now we'll be doing Danica Pierce with her book recommendations.
My recommendations is where is books, who was books, and what was books.
And now we have Sadie Anderson with her book recommendations.
I recommend Diary of a Wimpy Kid because there's a big series and it's very funny.
Now we have Marcus Steelenhouse with his book recommendations.
Calvin and Hobbes is a great book because it's funny and it's got quite a bit of entertainment. And Harry Potter, this is the third one, probably my favorite. They take long to read, but it's worth the points. Like the fifth one. Worth 44 points.
And now we have Jackson McGahee with his book recommendations.
I really have to go with Fanged Bone because it's an easy book. It's about I'm gonna guess Indian guy that runs around with no shirt, and he is it's only half a point, but who cares about points? But it's a really good book because easy to read. You can finish it in like 2 seconds. It's basically just a whole bunch of background noise. But yeah, good book.
Now we have Keegan Blackburn with his book recommendations.
I recommend the Bad Guys series. They're really good books. They're not worth many points, but if you're a young reader, you'd probably like them.
And now Keegan has another book recommendation.
Another book recommendation are the Encyclopedia Browns. They're really good books. Again, not worth many points, but they're really fun to read.
And now we have Grayson Moran with his book recommendations.
If you are an early reader out there, we have a Early Readers Nonfiction. It has lots of fly guy and animals and lots of easy stuff you young readers can read.
And now we have Taylor Donovan with her book recommendations.
I recommend Goosebumps for young readers if you like a little bit of horror.
And now we have Kendra Marvin with her book recommendations.
I recommend Amulet. It goes on a lot of adventures and it's very popular and there's a whole series to it. Hello, I'm Marcus Steelenhouse and I'll just be interviewing for a little bit. We have Clayton Sewell right here, the interviewer.
My book recommendations are sports book. I love sports book, and we have some current non-fiction and fiction books. We have book, the crossover, the playbook, and rebound for other sports book that you like. And now we have Nathan Vondercheck with his book recommendations.
I like Investigators because they're graphic novels and they're really entertaining and they're funny too at the same time. And they're also really goofy with the 2 gators that actually investigate.
And now we have Rihanna Merchant with her book recommendations.
Where the Red Fern Grows. Praise for Where the Red Fern Grows. A rewarding book with careful, precise observations. All of it is rightly phrased. The New York Times Book Review. A book of unadorned naturalness. You should read it.
And now we have Warren Chesney with his book recommendations.
I recommend The Hobbit because it's a good, long book, really interesting, good right off the bat, and I love it. Also, here is a Hobbit painting. It looks good.
And now we have Trayton O'Borney.
Hi, I'm Trayton O'Barney and this is the art all the 3rd graders made. Now we're gonna go see my book recommendation. I recommend these I Spy books because they're fun to do with your siblings and yeah.
And now we have Gage Kendall with his book recommendations.
I recommend Hatchet because it's like an outdoors books. I think a lot of boys in our school would like it.
and Some Girls. It's about this kid named Brian that has to survive in the wilderness by himself.
Now we have Christopher Farley with his book recommendations.
My book recommendation is 39 Clues. It's about 4 kids who get trapped in a maze, and very good book.
Go. And now we have Quentin Randa with his book recommendations.
Thank you, Clayton. I like Calvin and Hobbes because they are very entertaining. It is about a 6-year-old boy, I think, that has adventures with his stuffed tiger.
Now we have Christopher Farley with his book recommendations.
My book recommendation is 39 Clues. It's about 4 kids who find themselves.
Now we have Christopher. And now we have Trayton O'Borney.
Hi.
And now we have Nathan Vondercheck with his book recommendation. Now we have Trayton O'Borney with his book recommendation. Now I'm going to be interviewing Kendra Marvin.
I recommend Amulet. It has a whole series.
Now we have Trayton O'Borney for him. Well, all right. Now we have Mark.